There's no need to subject yourself to this." Miss Kara Levett smiled at her old friend. "I know, Eleanor. I do believe you, you know. It's hardly likely that there are two wealthy women running about town with the name Melina. It's not exactly as common as Mary or Jane, is it?" "I know you are right, but I must see it with my own eyes." "Well, keep watch on the path, then. London might be thin of company at this time of year, but when the autumn session of Parliament is in, there's always a bit of society to be had. And though the Viscountess is in mourning and cannot partake of most events, she is sure to drive through the park every day at the fashionable hour, all alone and in her widow's weeds, in her open landau. So affecting," Mrs. Eleanor Braddock said in disgust. "Wait, look, there." From her perch in Eleanor's high gig, Kara had an excellent view of all the people who had come to see and be seen in Hyde Park. Good heavens, it is her. It truly is. Kara sat stunned, as a beautiful woman drove by, nodding and waving as if she were a member of the royal family, gifting the populace with a glimpse of her. "A Viscountess," Kara whispered. Niall Kier was her friend, a fellow artist, a partner in the last months, as they had first cleared her own name of a murder charge, and then a friend's. And he was more than that as well. Kara had feelings for the tall, handsome Scotsman, and he returned them. They had confessed as much to each other, right before he told her he had to go into hiding for a while, right before she discovered that he'd had a wife in the past, a wife of sorts in any case, as they'd been handfasted but never sealed the vow. And now she'd discovered that Niall's previously handfasted mate had married again, that she was now a Viscountess. How could she have missed this? Blinking, she tried to absorb the shock of it. "A small matter that he might have mentioned," Eleanor said wryly. "One would think. Until, of course, it didn't matter to him." Kara could feel the careful weight of Eleanor's gaze. He did radiate relief more than anything else when he spoke of their separation. "Well, there you have it," Eleanor declared. She eased her gig past a couple of riders that had stopped ahead of them. He might have mentioned the fact that it was her husband's murder that his name had been linked to, though. Perhaps he wasn't overly concerned about that either. He did have an undeniable alibi, didn't he? He was here in London, with an inspector from Scotland Yard when the Viscount was killed in Dover. "Oh, he was concerned," Kara said. "He's hiding somewhere, isn't he? And I'm concerned as well. She specifically gave Niall's name to Scotland Yard. Why? If they don't mean anything to each other any longer, why would she name him as a person of interest in her husband's murder? Especially when it was so easily disproven. Spite? Jealousy? Perhaps she's ignored him until now because he's never before cared for another woman."